Yeah. So this here was one of my first creations. I forget when, but I know this is like one of my first. I was very proud of this, you know, because I was holding on to this info for a long time, and it felt good to put it into a visual form, you know. So like so yeah, so when you read this so-called Bible, okay, which again, uh, it's a book, right? It's a book that is personified and allegorical, right? It is a book that is representing the sciences and the nature of you, okay? The people and the places, right, and the things in there, they are not, they are fictional, okay? They are not real people and real places. The information within there are fictional, okay? Um, now, everything mostly comes from a truth, right? But as we know it, right, written in the English, you know what I'm saying? Everything in that particular book, in that language, right, is fictional. Because we know snakes do not talk, right? And they damn sure are not able to reason with some woman, right, to convince her to do something. You know what I'm saying? Hey, hey, go eat that apple. Oh, what? That's what God said? What? He lying. You ain't gonna die, right? Look, woman. If you eat that apple, right, you just gonna be wise, right? He upset because hey, if you eat that apple, you gonna be wise like him. That's all. Come on, he tripping, you know. So basically that's how it went down, right? You know, but that's reasoning. That's reasoning skills. You know, ain't reasoning, arguing. See, an argument. Ain't no snake gonna be giving up no no prepositions and claims and conclusions. I'm saying snakes don't reason and they damn sure don't talk. And and then English, because remember now all this is in English. English. You know, you know, this story is supposed to be old, right? but everybody in there talking English. All the people in there, English people. All these English names. But anyway, you know, so this is the true meaning here. You know what I'm saying? So when it says, you know, male and female, created he them. See the word them, plural. See, and bless them and call their name Atom. See, Atom. This Atom is not a man or a male. Okay, it's referring to the atom. It's referring to physics, chemistry. Remember now, this is a book of genetics, right? This word this is a book based in genetics. See, it's not talking about no people. It's talking about genetics. It's a play. Remember now, because it's English. Now, if this was like Greek or Latin or Hebrew or something, then it wouldn't have been spelled like Adam would have been spelled like this. These things. See. So they just telling stories here to the to make That's what you do. You tell stories. You put it in ways where people can understand it better or whatever. I don't know. But yeah. But this story, this information here in Genesis is talking about physics, chemistry, in particular physics, because we're talking about fission and fusion. So when it says atom, right, a rib was pulled from the atom, what does that mean? You're talking about fission. Fission. See? That's how they create the nuclear bomb, the bombs, fission. You're talking about removing electrons from atoms, right? Causing explosions, right? You know, you know, that's how you make two. That's how you make two atoms. You know, so the first atom, right, was hydrogen. Okay, so when that rib or that electron was pulled from the atom, now you got helium. See? So now you're talking about male and female. See? Because now you got within helium you have two electrons. Okay? And one electron is spinning to the left and the other one is spinning to the right. See? Male and female. See? Now you have matter. From this, you can create matter. Because when things are spinning at opposite directions, right? When two things are spinning at opposite directions, now you cause friction. Friction, right, causes or is the way you solidify things. Okay? Because now you're creating a movement. See, you're creating you're making things collapse within themselves. See, when you take something, you spin them in opposite directions, right? You're creating like a black hole. You're creating like you're making things collapse within themselves. You're suppressing them. You're pulling them. You're pulling them together. You're making them come closer together. Yeah. So just want to do this one real quick. Okay. So that's what that is right there. Okay. So I always wonder, because I put these images out on Facebook, right? But I don't know if people understood what I was doing or what, So it's good to be able to speak on it. Okay. So as always, this is our true history, language and culture.